Happy Sunday, everybody. How are y'all doing? I know it's been a while since we've done some Steins Gate, but we're finally back and doing it, and oh boy, was it a doozy last time. Well, before I get started, Thunder, thank you for the stretch and the hydrate. I will do both immediately. Ah, thank you for the hydrate there. And I'm gonna stretch as well. Which is probably just as well because I got up maybe an hour ago. Actually, I ended up getting up significantly later than I had originally anticipated. I was gonna start I was planning on starting this right at 1, but kind of stayed in bed longer than I wanted. But you know, it's all good. It's all good. It's a Sunday. I could do that sort of thing. Yeah, we're doing some more Steins Gate 0 today, everybody. So, it's been a while, like I said before, but last time some pretty crazy stuff was happening. So this is a very Kagami focused route here. She's an especially important character in this one, so a lot of the stuff that's been going on has been kind of centered around her. And last time, basically her mental state was just beginning to deteriorate really, really bad. Presumably because of the Amadeus data in her brain. More or less beginning to sort of just overwrite her actual, her actual self. And that basically culminated everyone just scrambling about to go oh gosh, we need to try to repair her brain using her original memory data. They did eventually find it though by hacking Stratford's servers. But now, after doing it though, Reading Steiner activated. We found ourselves from a divergence number of 1.05 to 1.06 following the activation of the treatment device, Recursion. So what's going on? I don't know. I think it might either be a D-mail or maybe even just a freaking time leap. It's like a freaking time leap, itself. I mean, they did say, I'm pretty sure Maho did say that the time leap functionality was disabled, but what if it wasn't? And if that's the case, where did she time leap to? And what did she do in the previous 72 hours? Well, all of those questions and more are to be answered here. Yeah, so this is so at this point, Reading Steiner just activated. Everyone used to be in this room, tending to Kagami, trying to make sure that things are going good. Or at least not as badly as they could be. But now we find ourselves in a dark, in the Future Gadget Lab again, but it's dark. Presumably no one's around. So, the world line definitely shifted. But who knows how drastically it is. Or how drastically it did. We saw the divergence number change by 1/100%. But who knows? We'll have to see. So to that end, let's begin. The dizziness stopped. The room was pitch black. There was no one there but me. Even Suzuha, who should have been living here, was gone. Daru, Mayuri, Ferris, Luca, and Kagari too. Everyone was gone. I was so tired and sleepy. I clutched my smartphone and lay down on the sofa. I closed my eyes, too tired to think. Wow, he's not even questioning it right now. He's just so tired. Wake up! It's lunchtime! Someone was shaking me softly. Okarin, you're sleeping too much! Kagari will be here soon. Kagari? The second I heard her name, my mind snapped back into alertness. I forced myself to sit up. I was sitting on the sofa in the lab. Outside the window, it was bright. Oh, you're finally up. Yeah. Mayuri nodded, satisfied, and left my side. I took a look around the room. The table was covered in notebooks and textbooks that seemed to belong to Mayuri. She was probably doing her homework. I could see Daru's huge back hunched over the PC. The monitor was displaying a cute anime character. He seemed to be playing another age game. From the look of things, the only people in the lab were him, me, and Mayuri. Time on my phone said it was just before noon, which meant I'd been asleep for more than 10 hours. Oh no, I must have passed out before I checked to see if the world line had changed. I listened for a moment and could hear the usual bustling of Akihabara outside. There was no sign of Stratfor. That alone made me feel relieved. Okarin, you look like you're having a bad dream. Is everything okay? Yeah. Want some barley tea? You should have Dr. P right after you get up, right? Yeah, tea's fine. Okay, got it. Mayuri went to the kitchen. Oh, there aren't any clean cups. Just give me a second, I'll wash one. I'm fine, no hurry. Oh, Mayushi! Mayushi! I'd like some tea too! Okay. This all felt like an old memory. Seemed like ages ago when I'd last had a normal conversation like this. But this was no time to be sentimental. While Mayuri was washing the cup, I needed to get things straight in my head. There was a world line change, right? In the end, I'd hesitated at the last second. If Kagari, or perhaps Kurisu, hadn't stopped me, maybe the world line wouldn't have changed and Stratfor would have caught us. But change it did. I could still feel the lingering sensations from my reading Steiner, so I was sure of it. From the look of things, Mayuri and Daru were the same as ever, and the immediate danger was gone. The reason for the change was probably the deletion of Kurisu's memories from within Kagari. Those memories must have included something that dealt with the time machine. Which meant that their existence was important enough to control whether or not the world line changed. And I deleted them. No. Could be the opposite, too. Maybe even if Maho's program hadn't worked right and the memory rewrite failed, the world line would have changed anyway. Unlike last summer, it wasn't clear what was making the world line change now. The first thing I needed to do was see if Kagete's memories had been successfully rewritten. Here you go. At the same time as I decided on my plan, Mayuri brought me a cup on a tray. I'll get some barley tea now, okay? She put the tray on the table and headed for the fridge. I looked and saw that there were 4 cups on the tray. 4? Mayuri, why are there 4 cups? Huh? Because Kagete's going to want some too. That's right, Kagete. Kagete's coming! She just sent me a message on Rhine. She'll be here soon. I see. What's she coming over for? You called her? You sent everybody a message on Rhine yesterday and said we all needed to meet here at noon. It's our 3rd meeting to try and come up with a way to get her memories back. It's you, me, and Kagete-tan. Not that we've had any luck so far, though. I called her. Mayushi wants to help too, but I've got work today. I could hear Mayuri apologizing from the kitchen. I hope she gets her memories back soon. It must be sad not to remember anything except the recent past. Hey, Orville, do not abuse Thunder! You can abuse me, but not her. Do it or I'll ban you. Do it or I'll bonk you on the head with a hammer. What else are you doing, Orville? She didn't remember anything except the recent past? What was going on? Kakeru should have still had her memories from when she was a kid. Maybe trying to rewrite her memories that actually deleted them? How am I doing? I'm doing alright. Got up like an hour or so ago. Actually, probably, yeah, like maybe an hour and a half ago. Yep, feeling nice and relaxed. How about you? Okay, Okine, here you go. Mayuri handed me a cup filled with barley tea. Thanks.
What do birds give out on Halloween? Tweets.
Gosh dang it. Big Mochibot, go home, you're drunk. I took the cup, trying my best to hide my internal shock. I'll leave yours here, Dadu. Oh, and you're good? You had a stuffed crust pizza? Nice! You're making me hungry now. Maybe I should just get something after I'm done with stream. Maybe some Japanese. I'm gonna want to make sure that I'm well fed before the before a game tonight, because Doppelganger does have like a PSL set, I'm pretty sure. Unless it's Ludi. I forget when it starts. Stuffed crust pizza with chips. Nice. What kind of chips? Thanks. I gulped down the tea, stood up from the sofa, and went over to Dadu. Dadu. Hmm? What's up? I lowered my voice so that Mayuri couldn't hear. Did the memory rewrite for Kagete succeed? Or did it fail? Dadu looked at me for a moment, confused. What are you talking about? That wasn't the answer I expected. I'm asking if we succeeded in deleting Kurisu's memories from Kagete's brain. What movie is that? Sounds scary. Are you finally back to the old you? What? Funyuns? Oh! I love those things. Funyuns are awesome. I froze for a moment. Dadu didn't look like he was lying. He had no reason to lie anyway. Did that mean that in this world line, Kurisu's memories had never been implanted in Kagari? Come with me. What? I'm playing an H game right now. Just come with me. I dragged Daru outside the room, leaving a very confused Mayuri behind. Oh, it's cold. Okarin, are you trying to kill me? Just be quiet and help me out for a minute. I want to check some things. He must have sensed that I was serious, because after a moment's surprise, he nodded silently. Is Kagari missing her memories right now? That's right. I've said that a bunch of times. Including memories of the future, before she got on the time machine? Yes! All she remembers is what's happened lately.
Dad, do you think it's going to snow this winter? I don't know, it's all up in the air.
Oh, God! Ugh! You know what? Big Mochi Bot, I'm cutting you off. No more drinks. If she remembered the future, we could at least tell Mayushi who she really was. You're telling me that Mayuri doesn't know Kagari is her daughter, right? Yup. You decided to keep it a secret. Which means the only people who know that Kagari is from the future are... me, you, and Suzuha. Is that all? That's all. Unless you told someone. I see. Sorry. That must not really be awake yet. I had a dream I'm mixing up with reality. Don't worry about it. I've let a dream 24 hours a day, baby. And anyway, it felt like forever since I've seen you so excited about something. Instead of answering, I took a second to think. It seemed like there were 3 main differences with Kagari in this world.
How about we take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else?
That might just be crazy enough to get us all killed. 1. She didn't have Kurisu's memories. 2. She didn't have her own memories of her childhood. 3. Only me, Daru, and Suzuha knew who Kagari really was. In other words, Mayuri didn't know that Kagari was her daughter. Am I back? This Kagari seemed closer to the one I'd met before I jumped to the Alpha world line. Everything seemed mostly the same as before, including the fact that we were trying to get back her memories. Does this mean that a second world line change had sent me back to the old one? But didn't the Kagari before that original world line change have memories of her childhood? And if that's the case, how are you're not sent back to the old one? If I had the divergence meter, I could tell, but I was starting to think like I used to. I chuckled at myself. I should stop. I decided to have nothing to do with the time machine or the time leap machine. All I could do was help Kagari get her memories back. Okarin, you've been acting kind of weird for a bit, you know? No, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I hope so. Anyway, it's really cold. Can I go back in? Yeah, I'm cold too. Daru and I raced back inside the room. When I got back, I could just barely make out Mayuri's voice. Mayuri hadn't noticed us come back in. She was putting her textbooks into her bag, and it sounded like she was also singing a song. What song is that? Huh? It was only then that she realized I was there. Oh, welcome back! It's cold outside. What are you guys talking about? Just talking about this season's anime. Oh, wow! Yeah, in the cold. Hey, what was that song? Oh, was I singing it? I heard something fall near the front entrance. At some point, Kagari had opened the front door. She was standing there with a shocked expression, her mouth opening and closing. Her bag was lying at her feet. She must have dropped it in surprise when she came in. But did anything that surprising happen? Oh, Kagari! Doo-doo-doo! That song! I recognize it! Huh? Do you? That song is... Kagari was trying to point at Maedi, but shaking too much to do it. That song! She fell to the floor like a puppet with its strings cut. Kagari! Kagari! Oh, Kagari's perspective. Huh, the place they're walking is not in ruins. What gives? Mommy? And it's also, like, not full of toxic pollution! How is the sky orange? And not, like, dark and gray? Hmm? What is it, Kagari? What song is that? This is a really important song. What kind of song? It's a song to make people smile when they're crying, maybe. Is it important to make people smile when they're crying? That's also important, but that's not all. This is the song that brought you and me together. This song is the reason we met. So if it weren't for that song, you might not be my mommy? I don't want that. Oh, sorry. That's not what I meant. I'll always be your mommy, no matter what. But, I want you to remember this song, Kagari. For the day when you meet someone really important to you. So that when they're crying, you can make them smile. Oh boy, if this isn't foreshadowing! Come on, sing it with me, okay? You're really good. Now the next part is... Mommy? Where are you, Mommy? Where'd you go? Mommy? Mommy? Mommy. No! Don't go! Mommy! Oh boy, what happened? Alright, back to Rintarou's perspective. I wet a towel at the sink and put it on Kagere's forehead as she lay on the sofa. She had looked like she was having a nightmare. Her breathing was shallow and pained. She still wasn't awake. You think she's okay? I don't know. She just collapsed out of nowhere, after all. It had been about 5 minutes ago when she'd arrived, and then immediately collapsed. Daru and Mayuri and I had somehow managed to get her over to the sofa. Wait, isn't putting a wet towel on someone's forehead for what you do when they got a high fever? She doesn't look like she's got a fever at all. Does this work on people who have just passed out? It's not like we've got a better option. I don't know of any other things we could do. Neither Daru nor I had the knowledge required to handle this situation. But since Kagere had no insurance card and no residency certificate, taking her to a hospital felt like a bad idea. All we could do was wait for her to wake up. Mommy. I heard her whisper something. She just said mommy. We both put our ears closer to her mouth. No. Don't go. Mommy! She suddenly jerked upwards. The two of us just barely managed to avoid getting a headbutt. That was close. Wait, no. I missed my chance to do something naughty to Kagere-tan and I'll get blamed for it! Stupid! So stupid! I ignored Daru, who was bashing his head against the floor in frustration, and spoke to Kagere. You okay? Okabe? Kagere seemed confused, and it took her a moment to realize that she was lying on the sofa. Was I asleep? Why? You don't remember? You saw Mayushi the minute you got here, then fainted. When I looked at Mayuri, I realized that her tone had changed as the world line switch. More precisely, it had switched. It was back to how it was when I first met her. You seem to know the song she was singing. The song? Oh! That's right! That song! I know that song! I've heard it somewhere. A long, long time ago, when I was a little kid. Ooh, for the win! This is totally a sign that her memories are gonna come back. Where's Mayuri? Where'd she go? I have to get her to tell me about that song. Her eyes darted around the lab. She had to go to work at May Queen, so she left as soon as she got here. She was really worried about you. I'm really sorry. They asked me to come in for the lunch shift today, and I can't really miss it. Oh, Karin, Daru, take care of Kagere for me, okay? I see. Is there anything else you remembered? It doesn't matter how small.
Boo! You stink!
Oh, Orville stinks! Hi, Yubi, how are you doing? Anything else? How are you doing today? She put her hand up to her forehead so she could think. But then she shook it softly. No. I don't remember anything else. I know that I've heard that song before, but I can't remember who I heard it from at all. Did you dream at all when you were passed out just now, Kagari-tan? Dream? Yeah, it looked like you were having a bad dream. You kept saying mommy. Oh, you yelled that when you woke up, too. I did? I wonder if that song might have been the key to bringing back some of your memories or something. Well... No, I can't remember anything. I think I was dreaming, yes. And that dream was very important. See. I'm sorry for causing all this trouble. But both Daru and I knew this was a big step forward. She knew the song that Mayuri was singing. And she said she'd learned it when she was a child. That would have been in the future, before she'd gotten in the time machine. Which meant that there could only be one answer. It was the future Mayuri who taught Kagari that song. Okarin, you think asking Mayushi would be a good first step? You're right. She said she only had to work the lunch shift, so let's head over to May Queen when it's winding down. I'll go too! Kagari quickly stood up off the sofa. Calm down. We're not leaving right away. You should rest a little. Oh, you're right. Sorry. And then her stomach rumbled. You hungry? You got instant ramen. And Mighty's chicken wings and bananas, too. I'd like a banana. Just seemed embarrassed. Welcome back, Meowster! When we opened the door to May Queen Yan Square, the usual cat-eared maid was there to welcome us. Oh, Okarin! Kagari Yan too! Welcome back! Hello, Ferris. Okarin, every time you've been here lately, it's been with a different girl. So it's true what they say, that you've mastered the aura of a popular college boy! That's not it. I'm here to see Mayuri. I figured she'd be about done with her shift. She was working in the kitchen today. The kitchen? We didn't have enough maids for our lunchtime today. So we had her come in to help. Hey, is that really okay to let her cook? She really wanted to cook, but we had her focus on washing plates. Well, that was Ferris for you. She knew exactly who belonged to where. I told her she could go home, so she should be changing right now. Tell her we're waiting outside then. Roger! We waited down below for a bit before Mayuri came out. Okarin! Kagari! Thanks for coming to get me. Is Kagari okay? As soon as she got out of the store, Mayuri ran out and gave Kagari a big hug. She had a worried look on her face as she peered into Kagari's eyes. Thanks, Mayuri. Yeah, I'm okay now. I'm so glad. She just fell over, so I was really worried. I'm sorry I worried you. How are you? I'm doing well, Yubi. Having a nice, easy-going Sunday for now before our match to later today. How about you? But why did you two come to get me? There was something I wanted to ask you. About that song you were just singing. I repeated the conversation I had at the lab for Mayuri. So can you tell us where you heard that song? Mayashi heard Suzu singing it. Suzuha was singing it. That's right. Hug me, Mojo. Hug Yubi! How are you doing, Yubi? After work, Mayashi studies a lot at the lab. On a rainy day, Suzu does her training inside, like push-ups and sit-ups and stuff. And when she finishes her training, she always takes a shower. You're good? That's good! Glad to hear that. After she comes out, she looks out the window at the rain as she dries her hair. And when she does, she always softly sings this song. I never asked her what it's called, though. I see. So maybe it was a song from the future, then. Like a song that was popular with people in the 2030s, maybe. Maybe Kagadi learned it at the same time that Suzuha did. So maybe we should ask Suzuha next. You're right. I've come this far, so I'll stay with you until we find out. Really? Thank you! My relationship with Suzuha is probably still pretty strained in this world, but she would probably help me get Kagadi's memories back. Let's head back to the lab. She should be working at the Bronze Tube workshop. Mayashi will go with you! You sure, Mayuri? Yep! Mayuri gave a cheerful answer and then started to fidget as if she were embarrassed for some reason. I don't know how to say this, but when I see you, Kagadi, I feel like I have to do something. It's like I want to protect you, or I want to help you. I wonder why. It's strange, isn't it? Maybe it was the bond between mother and daughter. It was going to be a long time before Mayuri became Kagadi's mother, though. And also, I think it's sad not being able to remember things. Mayuri, thank you. That's fine. Let's all do our best. Let's all do our bestie. And so the three of us went back to the lab. Huh? Suzu's bike isn't here. That's strange. It was here when we left. Just as we came out to peek inside the Bronze Tube workshop, Tennoji came out. Hey, you need something? Is Suzuha here? I think she was working a while ago. Oh, she left for the day. She said she had something to do this afternoon. Seemed pretty serious. Did you ask what it was? Nope. I'm not interested in getting involved in my part-timers' private lives. I'm an amazing bubble-blowing baby. Of course I get that reference. What do you take me for? A fake SpongeBob fan? All bubble-blowing babies will be beaten senseless by every able-bodied patron in the bar. Anyway. That was all he said before he headed back to the shop. I wonder where she went. What do you suppose she had to do? I hoped it was nothing serious. I'll try Ryan. I think I've got a hint for Kagede's memories. There's some things I want to ask you. Where are you? Go-Go Curry. Go-Go Curry? Was she eating a late lunch? Was that important? Let's go check it out. Wow, that was amazing! The winner of this month's Go-Go Curry Akihabara eating contest is... the first person in store history to win 3 in a row! The Silent Slaughterer! Wow! Where'd she fit all that curry into her tiny body? She's the goddess of curry! The goddess of curry has appeared before us! She sure slaughtered that curry. You told me she was a real assassin, I believe it! How's life been? It's been... normal. Really busy, as usual. But, you know, productive most of the time. And a lot of Splatoon! Can't forget the Splatoon! Dumb voice acting, oh thank you! Not a book nerd. I totally don't think you're a book nerd. It's okay, I totally don't know anything about that. How are you doing? How are you doing? Yeah, Suzuha doesn't look that happy. Congratulations to our winner, the Silent Slaughterer! You're good? I'm good to hear that. I'm also good. Just enjoying a little bit of Steins Gate on this Sunday afternoon before I have to do a Splatoon set later today. So it's I don't know. It's nice mental prep work for what's probably bound to be you know, torture, but we'll see. We'll see. Wow. Yeah, wow. Wow. Is this what Suzuha had been up to? The store had said she'd won 3 times in a row, and the customers seemed to know her. Did that mean she was a regular? Suzuha made her way over to us through the cheering crowds. Huh? What's wrong, you three? Sorry. The tournament was just about to begin, so I didn't have time to type out a longer response. Wow. I can't believe you ate that big plate of curry! Eat what you can, when you can. You need that nutrition to survive on the battlefield. Battlefield? Did I hear that wrong? It's probably better to not think about it. So, Uncle, what was this about a clue to Kagede's memories? I explained what had happened so far. Huh? You heard me singing? You just had something big, sis Mayu. You're so cute when you were singing. I thought if I said something, you'd stop. So mean. So where did you hear that song? Mom. Mom used to sing it. Yuki did? Huh? Yuki? Your mom's name is Yuki too? Oops. Oops. No, that's not it. Yuki's nickname is Mom. That's right. I just always call her that. Do you? So how did she get that? How'd you get that nickname? Sorry, I can talk about that some other time. Uncle, over here. Suzuha and I stood a little away from Kagedi. Listen, is there really any point in hiding the truth about Mom from her? Her memories might not come back, so it's smarter not to tell her, I think. I see. I'd like to avoid that if we can. So Yuki taught you that song in the future, right? Of course. She used to sing it as she cooked, so I learned it that way. I was getting confused. So, what was going on here? So when Kaguru was little, she learned it from you or Yuki? No way. Kaguru only became Big Sis Mayu's adopted daughter after Mom died. And I've never sung it for anyone. I've never let Kaguru hear it. That's all I could do. That's all I could do to survive back then. I don't have time to sing. I didn't even realize that I'd been singing it. She said she learned it when she was a kid, so she probably learned it from Big Sis Mayu. I see. Which meant Kagura learned it from Mayuri, who learned it from hearing Suzuha hum it. And Suzuha learned it from Yuki, her mother. Which means next we visit Yuki, I guess. This is turning into a game of telephone. But even so, if we kept at it, we were sure to learn the truth eventually. I've got to do maintenance on the time machine, so I don't think I can go. Take care of Kagura for me. Yeah. So that's the story. I explained to Mayuri and Kagura what I'd learned from Suzuha. Of course, since I couldn't tell them about the future, I started around that part of the story. I see. So next it's Yuki, right? Mayuri, can you contact her for me? Okay, sure. Mayuri took out her phone to call Yuki. She's not answering. I'll send her a Rhine. Mayuri gave up on calling her and sent her a message on Rhine. There we go. I'm sorry this turned into such a big deal. Don't worry about it. And you know, Mayushi is having fun going on a walk with Kagura. Thanks. I feel kind of relaxed too, talking with you like this. Oh, me too! Maybe we just get along. Hehe, that makes me happy. If Dado was here, he'd yell, "Yuri for the win!" On ice? Come to think of it, Dado had said he's had something to do with today, and I hadn't seen him since we'd left the lab. It's probably something I didn't want to know about. Oh, I just got a message from Yuki. I'm actually on a date with Hashida, it says. Wow, I see! They're dating? I hadn't heard that they were close enough to start dating. Was that what Dado was up to? Looks like she's coming to the lab this evening. The evening, huh? That's not for a little while. I don't think we should interrupt their date, though. That's right. Let's wait. If Kagura wanted to wait, it wasn't my place to disagree. We decided to have Mayuri answer Yuki's message and then go back to the lab. On the way. What's up? Okarin! Over there! Mayuri suddenly lowered her voice and quietly pointed towards a nearby cafeteria with outdoor seating. Two people we recognized were sitting at one of the tables. It was Yuki and Dado. Two of them were eating a sandwich together. Oh, I don't know. Guess since Dado's over there and not here, I'll say it for him. Dado, normals must explode.
What do we do? We shouldn't get in the way. But this isn't something you get to see every day, is it? That's very true.
Maere's eyes were filled with passion. She seemed to be truly cheering them on.
Should we wait for them to finish and pretend we just happened to walk by? I actually think that's a great idea. Sounds good to me.
Kagari and Maeri were getting excited. Was this really that exciting? We sat at a nearby table in the corner of this terrace so as to not let them see us. We covered our faces as best we could and quietly observed the two of them. They seemed to be enjoying their lunch. I could just barely make out what they were saying.
Ah, Hashida.
You got some tomato stuck in your mouth. I'll wipe it off. No, I'm fine. I'm just fine. I'll wipe it off myself. But you never have a handkerchief with you, do you?
Come on, turn this way.
If any of my body fluids got on your handkerchief, you'll have to throw it out.
I will not.
Cute. Come on, here. Cute!
What is he doing? You're getting along so well. I'm jealous. They make a perfect couple. Do they? Of course they do.
I don't get it.
They look so happy together. That's so nice.
Maeri was watching them with stars in her eyes. And then... Maeri, are you hungry? Okay, they didn't put a question mark there. They didn't press shift when putting down that question mark, so it became a /. That's kind of funny, actually. I was going to eat after work. Oh, were you? Okay, I'll order something. My treat.
You sure?
It's my way of saying thanks for helping. Yay! You're so nice, Okarin.
Okay.
Maeri's eyes shone as she looked at the menu.
I want crepes with lots of strawberries and cream.
Evidently, the place was offering a special on crepes today. Okay. What about you, Kagari?
I just ate, so... Come on, let's eat together.
Don't worry about it.
Thanks.
I'll have the banana and chocolate one then. Roger. I went to buy crepes, being careful not to let Daru and Yuki see me. Heh! Also cute! These are so good! I can't believe it! Right? Chocolate is just the right amount of bitterness. Oh, so it's like dark chocolate? And the strawberries are good too. So is it like 72% dark chocolate? Because that's like top tier. Here, Kagari, say ah! Ah! Cute. Ah! It's good. Wait, what are you making me do? Aw, come on. You don't need to get embarrassed. We're both girls. That's true, but... Oh, you've got some cream on your cheek. Oh, redeemed, realigned the module. Thank you, not Berkner. Thank you for the posture check. Ugh. My posture was definitely not that great there. Thank you. Oh, oops. She'll get it off for you. I'm okay. I can do it by myself. Kagadi hurriedly took a hand mirror and handkerchief out of her pouch and wiped it off. Aw,
She wanted to do that. Come on, Mighty. You can't do that.
huh? Why?
Why? Because when you say something like that, it makes me feel weird.
Weird.
Yeah. Makes me really want to let you spoil me. It's strange. I'm supposed to be older than you.
Kagadi's cheeks flushed red as she stared into Mayadi's eyes. Ah! Yeah, normally I would ship it, but, Kagadi is, Mayadi's adopted daughter in the future, so I don't know if I should ship that. But without that context, that does look really cute though, doesn't it? What the? Oh my goodness. Oh, I really love seeing the reactions on people's faces. This is such a weird interaction that, yes, a little bit. I mean, it makes sense if you consider it from the perspective that's supposed to be like mother and daughter, you know? And at that point, it's still kind of congruous, you know what I mean? She's trying, because, you know, Mighty's wanting to spoil her, and Kagadi is like, when you do that, it makes me want you to spoil me. You know? That means you love me, right? What?
She loves you too. Mighty,
Oh, she doesn't really mean anything by it. Don't let it bug you.
she doesn't? Hey, give Mayushi a bite too, okay? Ah.
Also cute! Oh, fine. Here, say ah. Mighty took a bite of the crepe in Kagadi's hand. Someone else's eyes, that must have looked like two sisters feeding each other crepes. Of course, Mighty would be the little sister. But it didn't look that way to me. It looked like a little Kagadi was blushing and stretching a hand out toward her mother. I really did want to get her. I really did want to get her memories back. I can only imagine what the future was like after World War III occurred. But no matter how bad it got, families still must have gotten together to eat dinner. Maybe that's happened in the future too. That would be a very happy... Okarin? What's wrong? You're spacing out. Oh, sorry. I was thinking about something. Do you want a crepe too? Why not go get one? I'm fine. I just ate. And the crepes look so sweet that I lost my appetite. Oh, I know. Maishi will give you a bite of hers then. Ah. You can have one of mine too. Ah. I suddenly found myself with two smiling girls shoving two crepes in my face. Come on, stop that! It's embarrassing! Without even thinking, I tried to move my chair back, only to get it caught on the leg of the table. Ouchie, ouch. Hold on. Hold on. Wait, I thought I had ouchie ouch on my thing. Do I not? Hold on, let me fix this real quick. Where's the desktop? There it is. All right, assets. Okay, where's the ouchie ouch? Oh, maybe it's in streaming. Hold on. Ouchie, ouch. Ouchie, ouch. Where's the ouchie, ouch? Ouchie, ouch? Okay, okay.
Ouchie, ouch.
There we go. Excellent. Okay. Okarin! Okabe! Ow. The rest of the cafe washed me as I fell flat onto the ground. I ended up attracting a lot of attention. And as a result... Is that you, Okabe? What? Okarin! What are you doing here? They found us. We explained to the two of them how we'd found ourselves here. Jeez, you should have said something! Sorry. We didn't want to interrupt. It's embarrassing to think you've been watching us the whole time. Oh boy. Daru's face is as placid as a sage's. Knowing that we saw him like that must have snapped his mind in half. So, Yuki, how about it? Do you remember where you heard that song? I do. It was really recent. I work at a dessert cooking class. I'm the teacher's assistant. You know how I love to make snacks, right? I'm still learning, though. All our desserts are really yummy. I see. Let's make some soon, Kagari, okay? Yes, please. I tried to get the conversation back on track. So, what's the deal with the song in this class? Oh, right. One of the students in the class is always singing it. I don't think she knows she's doing it, but she always looks really happy when she does. I picked it up at some point. Is that student someone you know? Someone I know? I don't think so. She's an older woman. We played the game of telephone to this point and ended up with someone who had nothing to do with any of us. Or was it? What if it's an older version of Suzuha who came from the 70s? But would that make sense? I don't know if that would make sense. Maybe it was a really common song and Kagari just happened to learn it from hearing someone sing it in the future. No, it was too early to assume that. Let's try getting a hold of that student. Yuki, can you contact her for us? I know you can't tell us her private information. I don't mind. It's a class, sure, but it's not that big of a deal. I know her email. I talk to her all the time. Yuki took her phone out of her pouch and started to fiddle with it. She seemed to be looking at a list of addresses. Oh, here we go. This is her. She turned the phone toward us. Seeing the name of a person we'd never met wouldn't do us any good, but we looked anyway. Huh? Huh? Ah! What? That name! That's Okarin's mom! There's no doubt about it. That was my mom's name. Huh. Plot thickens? Wow, Suyuki's a friend of yours. After hearing the shocking news that Kagari-san traced its roots all the way back to my mom, we went back to the lab. It would have been embarrassing to call my mom in front of Maedi and Kagari. So I went out up on the roof in the cold to call home. When I asked my mom if she was going to a cooking class, she seemed surprised that I didn't know. I see. That song, huh? I had no idea I was singing it. That's kind of embarrassing. Where'd you learn that song? Where? Like, you heard it on the radio, or maybe you heard someone else singing it? It was you. What? You used to sing it. What? What? What are you talking about? That's impossible! You remember when you were in middle school and Maedi got really depressed, right? When her grandma died. Everybody was really worried, but one day she suddenly got better. But then you started going crazy. What was all that about? You were a bad scientist? Please stop. Was there anything in the world more terrifying than hearing about your own dark history from your mom? When you started being a bad whatsits, you would sing that song whenever you took a bath. You sing it so often, I guess I learned it. I sang it? That's right. You don't remember? Oh, customer's here. Bye. It's going to rain soon, so come home quick. Seriously? Okay, this is kind of funny. He was the last person you could have expected, but he was looking for himself all the time! It's the perfect crime! So, Karin, how'd it go? Did you find anything out? I explained what I'd heard from my mom, even though I didn't really understand it myself. What? Yeah, they were surprised. I was more surprised than anybody. I was so surprised that I was actually feeling pretty calm. So, what does this all mean? What did it mean? Kagari had learned the song from Maedi in the future. Maedi had learned it in the present from Suzuha. Suzuha had learned it from Yuki in the future. Yuki had learned it from my mom. And my mom had learned it from me. Did I ever sing? Maishi doesn't remember. If it was a popular song, maybe I would have hummed it, but... No luck. I can't remember. What do we do? We're out of clues, aren't we? Maedi looked like she was about to cry. Kagari gave her a gentle hug. Please calm down, Maedi. Okabe, does the fact that you sang it when Maedi was depressed give you any kind of clue? I don't know. I didn't really do anything special. All I did was go see Maedi when she was visiting her grandmother's grave. That was when Ko and Kyoma, now sealed away, had been born. Should we go to her grave then? She might remember something. Was that possible? After all this, I want to see this through to the end. Oh, Karin, why she wants you to do it too? Okay, let's go. Thank you. The sun was about to set, so we decided to go to the next day. The next day, the sky had been cloudy since morning. I met with Kagadi and Mayuri at a spot near the cemetery where her grandmother was buried. Looks like it's going to rain, I didn't bring an umbrella. The weather said it wasn't going to rain. She didn't either. And I never brought an umbrella when it wasn't raining. In other words, nobody had an umbrella. Let's finish this before the rain starts. Okay. Your grandma will be happy you came, I bet. Yeah. And Kagadi's here today, too. Can't wait to introduce my wonderful new friend to Grandma. Mayuri. Okarin, let's hurry. There's a lot Mayushi wants to tell Grandma. Yeah, let's hurry. We finally arrived at the cemetery. The skies were getting darker, and it felt like it could rain at any minute. We finished cleaning the grave, and each of us put our hands together in front of us. Then Mayuri sat down and started talking to her grandma. Kagadi and I watched her from a short distance away. And then Kagadi came in, and she was so surprised she fell down and went bang! She was really scared and really worried, but I had to go to work. So I said to Okarin and Daru, "Take care of Kagadi," and left the lab. But I was so worried I thought my heart was going to burst. Okabe, Kagadi whispered to me, concerned. Oh, don't worry about Mayuri. It's kind of like a ritual. A ritual? Yeah. She loved her grandma a lot, and when her grandma died, it was like she lost her soul. For about 6 months, she wouldn't say a word to anyone. She'd just come here and stand all day. It was like she was praying to go be with her grandma. And you brought her back, didn't you? How did you know? Mayuri told me. That girl. Aw, come on. It's cool. Hoin Kyoma, the mad scientist. Stop it. I was desperate for any idea I could think of. Looking back, it was the right answer, but it was still really embarrassing. I'd used every bit of knowledge I could scrape up from anime and video games to try and keep Mayuri's soul from leaving us. I won't let anyone take you away. Mayuri is my hostage. She's a sacrifice for my human experiments. There's no escaping me. Oh. Mayushi's your hostage. I guess I'm stuck here, huh? No. I think that's a wonderful story. Is it? It is. Oh. Hmm? It started raining. I looked up just in time for a drop to fall on my cheek. A cold rain started to come down. I didn't think it would start so soon. What should we do? We just gotten here and hadn't done anything yet. I wanted to at least do a little research before we left. Let's find a place where we can get out of the rain. We can get umbrellas at the convenience store if we need them. Okay. Mayuri, let's head back to the station for now. Huh? Oh, it's raining! The rain started to come down harder as we ran toward the station. Ah, I'm soaked! We should have bought the umbrellas first, huh? We need to take a shower, we'll catch cold! I know! Kagari! Wanna come to Mayashi's house? We can take a shower together! Huh? Mayuri turned around and suddenly stopped. I stopped, too. I looked back and saw that Kagari wasn't keeping up with us. She was standing some distance away with a blank look on her face. She was facing us, but seemed to be staring off into the distance. Kagari, what's wrong? I can hear it. Oh no! Not the voice of God! Her voice was flat and emotionless. It was like she was a different person than the one who had been standing a moment before. What can you hear? A voice. I hear a voice. Kagari? Mayuri started to walk towards Kagari. I have to go. And suddenly, Kagari ran through the puddles of water and out into the street. Kagari! A truck was coming. Oh god. Kagari, run! Mayuri screamed, and my body moved on its own. I yanked Mayuri's shoulder down and knocked her to the ground so that she couldn't run out on her own. And then I used that momentum to run out into the street myself. Okarin! Now to Kagari's perspective. She's dreaming again? A long time ago, the air wasn't dirty like it is now, so nobody cared if they got wet in the rain. When Mommy was your age, Kagari, she loved the rain. She ran around outside with Okarin. When you run in the rain, it's like you're swimming in the sea. Okarin and Mommy were fish swimming in the sea. The only two fish in the world. It was so much fun. When was that? After I had been separated from Big Sis Suzuha in 1998, I was locked somewhere for a long time. When did I escape? Why did I escape? I wanted to see Mommy all of a sudden. That was the only reason. At the place where she was kept, Kagari was waiting for the professor to come, like always, when she happened to look outside and see that it was raining. When she smelled the water through the window, she remembered what her mom had said. And the next thing she knew, she'd taken off the headset she was wearing. Nobody had expected it, so escaping was easy. She ripped off the cords on her arms and used the little window to go outside. And then she snuck in the back of a truck that was just leaving the parking lot. The facility she'd been kept in must have been deep within the mountains. After hours of shaking, the truck finally reached a town somewhere. When the truck stopped, she jumped out and wandered in the rain with nowhere to go. She didn't have any destination in mind. She wanted to see her mom, but didn't know where she was. And even if she did find her, her mom would have been younger than Kagari and wouldn't know who she was. She'd run away from the facility on impulse, but she had no money and there was nothing she could do. Except wait for the professor to come find her. Until then, she wanted to get wet in the rain. The rain kept falling for a long time. The clothes got wet, but she didn't care. It's so weird that the rain doesn't hurt. The rain in this era didn't sting when it landed on your skin. It was warm. For the first time, Kagami learned that nature could do things other than hurt you. There was life in this rain. That's how it felt to her. The rain in this era was alive. It was totally different than the dead rain of the future. Kagami kept walking, enjoying the feeling of being surrounded by living rain. How long had she walked? When her legs finally started to get tired, she sat down on a bench with a roof over it. It was a trolley platform. It was unmanned without even a ticket station. She sat down and looked up at the sky. The rain was still falling. I'm sure God doesn't like this rain. Probably likes the dead rain better than the living rain. Otherwise, I can't explain why the rain in the future is dead. The dead rain sure didn't seem better than the living rain to Kagami. But there was one thing she was sure of. In the future, where Mom was, the rain was dead. When she saw Mom again, the rain would be dead. So she wasn't really mad at God. Are you lost? A boy was standing next to the bench. He was the same age as Kagami, or maybe a little younger. He was holding an umbrella, but the area below his knees was soaking wet. He must have walked in the rain for a long time. Kagami said nothing as he sat down next to her. He looked tired and in pain. Me too. The boy talked to her in a voice that was a whisper. What he talked about, she couldn't remember. But he seemed to be in so much pain, as if he was carrying the weight of the whole world's sadness on his shoulders. Why had he talked to her when they'd never met before? Why had he decided to open up to Kagami? Strangely, it didn't bother her. She was the same. She was the same as he was. And strangely, she realized something. There were things in this world that you just couldn't change. There were things in this world where all you could do was watch them slip through your fingers. You couldn't give up on them, but you had no choice but to give up. She felt that despair. Maybe the rain had brought the two of them together. There's so many people in the world, and yet the two of them had no one they could talk to. So maybe the rain had brought them together. The living rain. The warm rain. The gentle rain. Okarin and Mommy were fish swimming in the sea. The only two fish in the world. Mommy had looked so happy when she told that story. But it sounded sad to Kagami. Because the world was so big and it was just the two of them alone. It would be lonely and sad to have no one else there. That's what she thought. But now she understood how Mom felt, just a little. Just two fish alone in the world. But that was different than being totally alone. No matter what else, there was someone next to you who felt the same way. It was lonely, but she was sure it wasn't that lonely. That's what she felt at the bottom of the sea of living rain. Oh boy. We have a grandfather paradox, everybody! There was nothing Kagami could do for the boy, but she felt like he needed that song. I say we called that song the Song of Storms. Because, gee, guess what else? Guess what other song had, you know, involved a grandfather paradox? The next thing she knew, the boy was gone. It's not stopping, huh? I've been looking for you. Come on, let's go. What's wrong? I have to go. She shook off the professor's hand and ran off into the street through the pouring rain. And then she saw a truck splashing up water from the puddles as it came barreling towards her. Why does that guy always show up to ram a truck into her? I am alive? Kagari woke up and realized she was in a hospital bed. Kagari! Mairi was looking down at her with eyes swollen bright red. Okarin! Kagari's awake! Kagari! You're almost hit by a truck. You weren't hurt, but you passed out, so we called an ambulance just in case. You don't have an insurance card, so the bills are probably going to be crazy. It doesn't matter. It's the only thing we could do. I'm just glad you're safe, Kagari. Okarin saved you at the last second. Why she thought you were both dead. Why she thought... Don't cry, Mairi. Okay. Oh, that's right. I kind of remember Okabe jumped out to save me. I'm sorry. I don't know what was wrong with me. Thanks. No, I'm just glad you're safe. Oh boy, 75%! In a fit of emotion, Mairi leapt on Kagari. So glad, Kagari! I was really worried. Mairi? No, that wasn't right. Kagari finally understood everything. That wasn't right. This wasn't Mairi. Yes, that's right. This was Mommy. I finally get to meet you! Now it was Kagari's turn to give Mairi a big hug. Mommy! Ah! Mommy? Kagari, no! Maishi's not your mommy! You are! You're Kagari's mommy! She couldn't stop herself from talking like a little girl. All the last 10 years vanished, and Kagari was once again a small child. Mommy? Kagari, your memories are back? Uncle Okarin. Yeah, I remember it all now. I'm Mairi Shina's daughter. My name is Kagari. Ah? But you're older than me, Kagari! And Maishi's never had a baby or anything. Mommy,
I'm from the future. In the future, you adopted me when I was an orphan. Mayushi did? That's right. You were the one who gave me a reason to live. You sent me to the safest place you could think of, so that I wouldn't be in danger. The safest place? The past. You probably thought if I lived in a time when Japan was at peace, I could be safe. But I still missed you. I couldn't find you here. No matter how safe it is, I didn't want to live without you. Mommy, I missed you! Kagari clung to Mayuri on the soft bed and cried for a long time. At first, Mayuri was confused, but she eventually hugged her back gently. Kagari. Mommy! Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It must have been so hard. It must have been so lonely. You're sad for so long because of me, weren't you? I'm sorry. And that's how I, Kagari Shina, got all my memories back. The next several months were wonderful. Every day I would come to the lab and play with Mommy and her friends. They were all wonderful people. There was never a moment where something fun wasn't happening. Mommy especially tried to spend as much time with me as possible. We'd eat together, go shopping together, or sometimes just walk around with no goal in mind. That normal life was everything I'd ever wanted. The voice I heard before began to vanish as I spent more time with her. Mommy always smiled, and she always seemed so happy to hear what I had to say. I was so happy. We had a lot of sleepovers too. At the lab, at Mommy's house, at Luca's house. I'd stay up late eating snacks and talking, and then I'd sleep in the same futon as Mommy. We'd both whisper that song. That song that she told me brought us together. And it did. When I was little, Mommy taught me the song. And she learned it from Big Sis Suzuha. And Big Sis Suzuha learned it from Yuki. Yuki learned it from Uncle Okarin's mom. Uncle Okarin's mom learned it from Uncle Okarin. And he... I didn't know for sure. But if that was true, it was wonderful. I talked about a lot more with Mommy. About school, about the lab, about Uncle Okarin, about the future, about love, about all kinds of things. One day, she said this to me. Hey, Kagari. Mayushi had an idea. Maybe the song is a song to make the person you love feel better. They lost their most important treasure, and they got so sad they finally just went to sleep. No matter how much you shake them, they won't wake up. That's how sad they are. But that treasure isn't really gone. It's actually so close I could reach out and touch it. But they don't realize it's so close. All they do is sleep. But really, you know, they're waiting for someone to wake them up. Because that person is right next to them. They're not gone at all. I don't know when, but I know that someday they'll wake up. That's what I think that song is. And Mommy looked at me and smiled. Her eyes seemed so clear and calm as she gazed at the moonlight coming in through the curtains. It was the first time I'd seen such a pretty color. And when I thought back, I'd actually seen it once before. That day. That rainy day, when I got my memories back. She had that same look in her eyes when she held me. She kept saying the same thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Kagari. I thought that she was apologizing for what she'd done in the future. I thought that she was apologizing for leaving me all alone. But she wasn't. That apology was only from the Maeri Shina who lived in 2011. She was saying that she was sorry for leaving me alone. It was about half a year later when I realized this. July 7th, 2011. The day of Tanabata. To tell the truth, I'd known it was coming.
What did the doctor say to the gingerbread man who broke his leg? Try icing it?
Oh my gosh! Come on! Ugh. I wonder why Mommy wanted me to come here. Maybe she's thinking of a surprise? Kagari whispered as if she wanted it to be true. Today was July 7th, Tanabata. The lab was going to have a Tanabata party with the Tennoji family on the roof of the building. It was essentially an excuse to hold a barbecue. The sky was clear that day, so the night stars were sure to be pretty. I have to get back and keep getting ready. With Mommy's help, of course. I knew it was coming. I knew what this meant. I knew, but I pretended I didn't. I didn't want to come here. I didn't want to see this. I wanted to look away. I took one step after another toward the roof. I need to hurry. Mommy's waiting. Can you beat up Squidward and every one of my favorite characters? No. Beat up your favorite characters. Smile. Why now? Mommy? When I opened the door, I was met with a burst of warm wind in the gentle summer twilight. Why not? Because I said so!
Because I told you to!
The stars could already be twinkling in the evening sky. Or could already be seen twinkling in the evening sky. Mayuri was there. She was standing right next to the time machine. She had one hand on her head to keep the wind from blowing away her hat, and another reached out toward the sky. Her open hand stretched straight up toward the Akihabara sky, as if she was trying to grab the brightest star. Her eyes seemed to look past the stars toward something beyond. So pretty. So ephemeral. So fragile. Yeah, Moshi's favorite characters. Well, I warned you. I warned you. Mommy. Kagari couldn't stop herself from crying out. It felt like if she didn't stop her, the stars would take her mother away. Oh, Kagari! Doo-doo-doo! Mommy. Oh no. Believe Me is playing now. The tension started to drain from Kagari's body. Good. Mommy was acting normal now. There was nothing to worry about. Mommy would never leave her, ever. When Kagari ran over, Mayuri lowered the hand that she'd reached out toward the sky. What's wrong? Why did you want me to come here? Mayuri smiled, slightly embarrassed, and spun the other way. And then she looked up at the time machine. This is what you came here in, isn't it, Kagari? Why bring that up? It's not something I... Her words caught in her throat. She realized that the time machine's hatch was open. Why? Why is the time machine's hatch open? And then someone appeared from within the time machine. Suzuha, I presume. Yep. Kagari? Why are you... That's what I want to know! What are you two doing? Big Sis Mayu. You promised you'd keep it a secret from Kagari. I'm sorry I didn't tell you, Suzu. Mayushi wanted to say goodbye to Kagari no matter what. I'll be done soon, so keep getting ready. Okay. Once you're done, get in. Suzuha disappeared back inside the time machine. A secret? Goodbye? Getting ready? What are you two talking about? I don't understand! She did understand. She had known exactly what was coming since she got the message from her mother. But she didn't want to accept it. She didn't want to accept that the time machine was going to tear her away from her mother again. Listen, Mayushi's about to go back into the past with Suzu. So the person she loves can wake up. It's impossible. The world lines are going to converge. No matter how hard you try, you can't change them. No one can! You're right. Mayushi can't change them. Then... But, you know, Okarin can. Okarin has the power to change the future. And even Mayushi can go back to that day and give him a little push. That day is our only chance. It won't work! Kagari grabbed Mayuri's arms. But she just smiled sadly. Even if it doesn't, Mayushi wants to see him again. Oh, in Kyoma. I want to see my Hikoboshi again. No! But she knew this was coming. Ever since the day she got her memories back, Kagari's life had been truly happy. She lived every day in a peaceful Japan, with no war, and with Mayuri and the rest of the lab. Every day shone like a jewel, and she thought it would last forever. But she'd known what that look in Mayuri's eyes had meant. She'd known why, even when everyone was having fun, Mayuri always seemed kind of sad.
What about me? What happens to me? If Uncle Okarin does reach Steins Gate, maybe the war won't happen. And maybe a lot of people will be saved. But then I won't be able to meet you. That's not true. No matter what the future holds, I'm going to meet you. In that world, you might not be alone. Runs her own chat. Wee! Hi, Onyx again. How are you doing? You might have a happy life with your real mom and dad. But even if you do, I'll still come see you. And then we can be really, really, really good friends. So you don't need to worry about a thing. You and I might forget about each other. How could you come find me if you don't remember me? It's impossible! Nope. Maishi will know who you are. How? How can you be sure? Because that's fate. Sniffs Mochi. No, don't sniff Mochi! The bond between Maishi and Kagari won't be broken by anything. So even if we lose our memories, Maishi will come find you. Mommy. Tears like pearls fell from Maidi's eyes, but she kept smiling at Kagari anyway. And for the first time, Kagari realized how strong Maidi Shina really was. She realized, even if Maidi didn't, how tough and strong her will was. This girl, who seemed so small and fragile, believed in the power of the future more than anyone in the world. Okay, I'm going to go. Maidi was about to get in the time machine. She could see Maidi's legs shaking with each step up the ladder she took. She couldn't let this happen. It would just end up like that day in 2036. Kagari couldn't take that anymore. Wait! Kagari clung to Maidi's body. Kiss already! Wait, what? Oh my god. Onyx. Huh? I won't let you go to the past! I'll go instead! Kagari grabbed the phone that Maidi was holding, and then pulled down on her hard. Maidi lost her balance and fell off the ladder. And Kagari left inside. Kagari, are you crazy? Kagari ignored her and leaned out of the hatch to smile down at Maidi. Mommy! I'll take care of Uncle Okarin. So just wait there. You never said that you would behave. Yeah. I'm aware. Kagari! Big Six Suzuha, close the hatch. You sure? Yeah. Alright. The hatch started to close. Maidi was staring up at Kagari in shock. Kagari! Mommy! I'll always love you! In the past, in the present, and in the future! And then the hatch closed. She couldn't see her beloved mother anymore. She wiped away the tears, sat down in the passenger seat, and strapped herself in. You're streaking it? Oh my god! Phrasing! Phrasing!
Suzuha sat in the main seat and grinned. I didn't think I'd be doing this with you twice. Just gone back to the first time. We've just gone back to the first time is all. This is nothing like the first time. You were sobbing like a baby then. You were crying a little too. You were crying a little bit too, big sis Suzuha. You're right. Let's go, Kagari. To the past. Okay. Suzuha tapped at the console and the whole seat started to shake. At the same time, a pale light began to shine from within the machine. The time travel was beginning. There was no guarantee it would work. She might never see Mairi again. But she swore that she would make this succeed. As the daughter of Mairi Shina. Oh, wait, she's alive now. Oh, yes! She has been! To the future and beyond. More like to the past and beyond. No matter how far apart they were, that song would connect them together. All right. Oh, hey! The credits are playing the song. I beat the game. I beat the route. Almost certainly not the true ending, but why am I beating routes? I'll beat you! But yeah, so that's that route. Are you giving the game credit? Dang, but yeah, we finished this route. I think that's like 3 endings out of 6, I think. Oh man, this is so lovely. Oh, except for this, except for Trekkoon. Did Mairi die yet? No. No, she did not. She lives in this world line! Curse of Mother Goose completed. Alright, let's check the clear list. All right. All right, so that's 3 endings.
There are three more endings to go. All right, so now what we gotta do is figure out where we're going to, like, we gotta go to, like, we need to go back to a decision. We need to find out where we're gonna have to go back to next. And I think I know exactly where we're gonna go. Remember... remember when we got that message from Amadeus? We were getting that phone call from Amadeus, and then we answered it, and that caused the world line to shift. I think we're gonna go back there, actually. So, let's go back and, this time refuse to answer the call. And see what happens. Cat army with guns. Oh boy, this takes me back to... like mid to late 2000s internet. Okay, yeah. So right now, Amadeus is calling. We are not going to answer this time. What should I do? Answer it? Or... I hesitated a moment and the call from Amadeus ended. My phone fell silent. What's going on? And right after that, I suddenly felt incredibly dizzy and everything went black. What's going on? Reading Steiner is still happening. 1.06. 1.08. Amadeus and Salieri. Kurisu and me. These two pairings had a special meaning for me. Amadeusing these... Oh my god, Monokuma. Oh, don't let me get the newspaper roll. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. A famous musician, known and loved worldwide. His name at baptism was Johannes Christomomus Wolfgangus Theophilus Mozart. Theophilus was a Greek word meaning beloved of God. Mozart liked it and chose Amadeus, a Latin word meaning the same thing as his nickname. At the end of his tragically short 35-year life, he left us over 600 masterpieces. Was Amadeus truly a special person, beloved and granted special, unique gifts by God? I didn't think so. He was a genius, sure, but I think Amadeus had his own struggles and suffering to overcome. No matter how wonderful a diamond in the rough might be, it's worth nothing unless you polish it. Writing off his success as the result of his gifts is an insult to the effort and struggle you put into his work. But at the same time, if you want to be Mozart, don't you need the same level of raw talent he had? There are a lot of people in this world with that kind of talent. Kurisu Makise. To me, that was her. You could feel her talent just by looking at her. Her constant stream of new ideas was always a source of inspiration to me. I was proud to be able to work with her. But
I don't know what I meant to her. It was embarrassing to ask. I always hoped I'd get the chance to bring up the subject someday. But then, on July 28th, 2010...
Hi, hello, I'm here and yes, you are, Pika! Hi! You basically missed the whole rest of that route. How are you doing, Pika? Oh yeah, also I have to, I need to shout out Thunder. I forgot I was gonna do that. You're watching Mark play Poppy Playtime? You know what? Understandable, have a nice day! Understandable, have a nice day. But anyway, how is it going, Pika? Don't worry, the VOD will be there, so you can watch the first 2 hours. But yeah, so we finished that route, and now we're starting another one. For this one, we are going back. We went back to that point because so you remember that point when Amadeus called Rintarou, and then after he picked up, it caused a world line shift, or like there was a world line shift. Yeah, I went back to that and refused to pick up the phone. So now we are watching we are listening, or we are seeing the consequences of our actions. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, Pika. But then on July 28th, 2010. That does sound like the logical next step. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. Kurisu Makise passed away. And I lost the chance to find out what I meant to her forever. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. During his life, there was a man very close to him who considered him his greatest rival. His name was Antonio Salieri. I took my account name from the Victor Condry University Network, Salieri, from him. The network got a big update a few weeks after Kurisu died. That's when I chose it. I wanted to match the name of the software that Kurisu and I had been working on before her death, which I still worked on to this day. There is no more meaning to it than that. The name of that software was Amadeus. It was Dr. Leskinen who came up with the idea of naming this neural network-based AI after the genius composer. At the time, I thought it was a good idea, and I still do today. I still do today. Amadeus and Salieri. Kurisu and me. These two pairings had a special meaning for me. I loved Kurisu. I respected Kurisu. All this just by not answering the phone call. Oh yes, although I'm not actually sure why this is happening. Because, so the thing is, after we refused to answer the phone, reading Steiner's still activated. But we went, the divergence number went to like about 1.06 to 1.08. So I think this is still like in a significantly different direction than the, than when we didn't answer the call, or when we did answer the call. So still, something had to have changed. Something significant. But what? I admired Kurisu. Previously, it sent us to the Alpha World line, right? Yes, that is correct, Pika. Yeah. The last time we answered, it sent us to the Alpha World line, but by not answering, we're still in the Beta World line. Oh, it's sick. Oh, yeah, sick, Pika. Holy cow. 10 stream streak. Now Onyx isn't the only one who's streaking. Don't take that out of context. Twin automata. And here we are. The sense of dizziness that I'd experienced so many times before slowly faded. You're breaking it next stream now? Yeah, I mean... Automata? Yeah, like Nier? Like Nier? I was standing in the middle of the room, holding my phone. Yeah, like Nier! Exactly! There was no question. That was reading Steiner. The world line had changed. But why? What was the cause? Was it that message from Amadeus? No, I could worry about the cause later. For now, I needed to know what was going on. I looked around the lab. The place hadn't seemed to change much, but several people were missing. The missing ones were Kaede, Fubuki, and Ferris. Daru was sitting in front of his PC like always. And Maedi was in the kitchen making instant coffee. She handed the steaming hot coffee to Maho, who was sitting on the sofa. Maho, have some coffee. It'll calm you down. Will it, though? It's a stimulant. Thanks, I'll take it. Maho? Maho was here at the lab. Before the world line changed, she should have been at her office in Wako City. Come to think of it, I haven't had anything to eat all day. I can't blame you after what happened. Want some food? Oh, you got his chicken wings and bananas and snacks, though. Or should I get a box lunch from a convenience store? Oh, maybe we can order pizza! Thanks. But I'm okay. I'm not that hungry. Jalbana, no, Monokuma! No! Don't! No! No! Don't put that evil on me, please. I'll need to change hotels, too, after what happened. I'll probably have to fill out some paperwork, so I'll be back later. Sure you shouldn't just rest for today? You look pale. You can stay here at the lab if you want. Suza is not here, so you'd have the place to yourself. I listened for a while, but all I learned was that something bad had happened to Maho, and she was staying here for a while. I was, gosh dang it, Monokuma! Stop bullying me! Did it have something to do with Amadeus being taken over? Hyojo, what happened? Maho, Daru, and Maedi all seemed stunned at the question. What do you mean, what happened? Oh, I'm just having trouble taking it all in. What happened to Amadeus? Did you get the connection back online? I tried asking, but Maho just frowned, as if she didn't know how to answer. Did that mean that Amadeus wasn't taken over at all in this world line? Someone had sent me a message on Rhine. Oh, come on, Okabe. There's nobody in the Wako City office right now. Moeka Kiryu? Why would she be sending me a Rhine? Yes. I screamed when I realized that Moeka was right behind me. Where did you come from? I've been behind you the whole time. Sure, I may not stand out much, but seeing you look like you just ran into a ghost kind of hurts, you know? Were you here the whole time? Yes. Did that mean I told Moeka she could come into the lab? What was going on here? What do you mean, empty?
which is probably talking about the Brain Science Institute's office in Wako City. No one was there? It's closed. Closed? Moeka's fingers raced over the phone. I just explained this! There was a gas leak at a lab yesterday. The facility's been locked down until they determine the cause. Dr. Hyojo and Professor Leskinen have moved their lab to Tokyo Denki University in the meantime. There was a gas leak. Yesterday? I didn't remember that. The world line change must have altered the past. Yeah, that's generally what reading Steiner is. A result of. So Hyojo came here? I just told you, remember? That's part of it, but someone ransacked my hotel room this morning. So Moeka told me how to contact you. Did you forget? I'm glad you were okay. Did you run into the thief? No, I was lucky. Say it was thanks to Kiryu. That was the only bit of luck we had. So that's how. Kind of understand how Maho had arrived here. By the way, where's Kagari? Daru looked at me again, confused. But Mayuri smiled. I think she's in Iwate right now. I hope she gets to see her family. Iwate? Why Iwate? Where did that come from? They found her family? Yep. So Luca and Luca's dad and Suzu all went to see them.
Suzuha's with them, so it'll be fine.
Family. Iwate. Things had changed more than I'd imagined. If Kagari was in Iwate, that meant that we hadn't been attacked last night too. So instead of attacking Kagari, they hit Maho's hotel room? This was getting confusing. I knew it would make her think I was a weirdo, but I had Maho explain to me what happened once more. From what she said, most of yesterday hadn't changed much. Maho, Daru, Fubuki, Kaede, Naya, and I all gone to Yanabayashi's shrine. Lukako, Mayuri, Kagari, Suzuha, and Ferris were all helping at the shrine in their priestess outfits. That fit with what I remembered. After that, we went to Lukako's house and had a small New Year's party. And then Lukako's father shared some surprising news with us. He'd found out that someone who might be a relative of Kagari's lived in Iwate. Everyone was excited, because if they found a relative, it might be the key to getting Kagari's memories back. So early this morning, Lukako and Suzuha went with them to Iwate. Meanwhile, Maho had gotten a call from Dr. Leskinen on her way back from the party. That's when he told her about the gas leak at the office in Wako City. One of the pipes on another floor had some sort of problem, and a small amount of poisonous gas had leaked out in the air. They didn't know what the cause was right now. Until they knew the cause, they decided to shut down the office for safety reasons. Depending on what they found, it could take anywhere from a week to a month to resolve the issue. Maho had a lot of work to do because of the office closure, and she was out working until morning. Then she went back to the hotel and slept until she was woken up by his call around 10 a.m. Miss Kiryu's here to see you in the lobby, ma'am. That's right. I had that interview today, but I thought she was gonna call my phone. The battery's dead. After all the chaos last night, I must have forgotten to charge it when I got back to the hotel. She'd fallen asleep without even changing clothes. She rubbed her sleepy eyes and left the room, wearing the same outfit she had on last night. She grabbed her bag, which held a bunch of her documents and her computer, since she thought she'd need it for the interview. In the end, that was what saved her. So I went down to the lobby to talk to Kiryu, and then we chatted for a while and came back up to my room. There's so many people in the lobby that I didn't think I could conduct a good interview. And when I got inside, in those few minutes, someone had broken in and ransacked my room. They even ripped the bed and pillows open with a knife, so the whole room was covered with cotton. I'm no good, huh? I was too panicked to do anything. Afterward, I called the front desk and then the police. After the police got done with their questioning, Dr. Hyojo still hadn't calmed down, so I decided to message you and have her rest at the lab. Was anything stolen? Cops asked, so I checked, but I couldn't find anything. My wallet was in my bag. She wasn't out of the room for long. That's right. So maybe the thief couldn't stay long. Knowing you, they'd probably be more interested in your research data than your money, right? I don't have to worry about that. All the data and papers are stored on the university server. Nothing's kept on the computer itself. What about the other thing? The other thing? That laptop and hard drive. I didn't need to tell her that I was talking about the ones that had belonged to Kurisu. They're fine. Maho pointed to the bag sitting beside the sofa. They were still in my bag. I see. And even if someone had stolen them, they couldn't access them without the password. What do you think they were after? They were an industrial spy, probably my computer and papers. Think the office gas leak has anything to do with it? I don't know. I couldn't say. Maho's smartphone rang. It was plugged in at the corner of the room, charging. Evidently, it had charged enough to turn back on. Maho put her coffee cup on the table and stood up. Mooka looked at her, worried. Are you okay? Yeah, thanks. Maho took the phone from the charger and looked at it. But she quickly glanced back at me. It's from Kurisu. Kurisu? That mean that Amadeus hadn't been taken over? Maho answered the call, turning the phone so I could see it. Maho! Are you okay? Are you hurt? They didn't get rough with you or anything, right? Okabe? What are you doing with Maho? Are you two already that close? That's not it, Kurisu. I'm at the lab right now. Oh, I'm so glad. You're safe then. Yeah, so calm down. How could I stay calm? I called you a dozen times and you never picked up. And when I searched the internet, I saw there was a robbery at the hotel and it was evidently in your room. I was so worried. Okay, got it. I apologize. Sorry. Thanks, Kurisu. I'm fine. It's true that I was robbed, but I didn't run into the thief. I'm taking a break here right now. I just forgot to charge my phone is all. I must have really worried you, huh? No. If nothing happened, that's fine. Kurisu didn't seem to have changed at all. Maho explained the events of yesterday to her, the same way she just explained them to me. So nothing was really stolen. Kurisu seemed to be lost in thought. What's wrong? So were they after the research data then? But they put a lot of effort into learning about Mahotan, right? They knew what hotel she was staying at, what room she was in, and they were able to hit it as soon as she left. Does it make sense that they knew all that and didn't know that there was no research data at the hotel? So maybe they were after the laptop in her bag. But the only people who should know about that are me, Maho, and Okabe. And me too. I see. So unless the thief was Daru or I, there is no chance they were after the laptop. If there was one other possibility... Kurisu put her finger to her temple. It could be my control codes. Control codes? Is that like the admin password? Not quite. I've told Okabe about this, I know. There's a space inside the Amadeus system that only I can access. Yeah, he called it a secret diary, basically. That's right. Any access to my systems, internal or external, gets logged in that diary. Let's say someone altered the system to allow them to take me over and control me. Even if they could do that, they couldn't mess with my secret diary, so I'd compare the two and realize that something had been changed and then restore it. Yeah, got it. And the key to open that secret diary is in the control codes? That's right. The Amadeus system and data are all under Dr. Leskin's control, but only one person in the world knows the control codes. And that's Maho. Is that true? Yeah, Kurisu is right. If they were after my research results, that's about the only thing they could get their hands on. Was that stolen? Don't worry. Right, Maho? Yeah. The control codes aren't written down anywhere. Which is good, it would be really stupid for someone to write down top secret information where anyone could see it. Maho pointed to her temple, just as Kurisu had done. They only exist in my head. And I guess Amadeus then too, because, you know, Amadeus Maho exists. That seemed like a dangerous way to keep them stored, honestly. If the thief found that out, they'd come after Maho herself next. Still, this is bad news. You're right, they might be after the control codes. I can't leave Japan immediately, but I don't want to be attacked again. What the? Did my controller stop working? Yeah, it did. Okay, yeah, it just DC'd for some reason. Don't know why. There we go. Man, it took a while. I don't know what to do, though. You can stay here at the lab until things calm down. Or do you want to come to Mayashi's house? Thanks, Mayuri, but I can't ask that of you. It hadn't happened in this world line, but I still found myself remembering the attack on Kagari. Neither Mayuri's house nor the lab seemed safe. So you all came to me? That's right. An hour later, we'd all gone to Ferris's condo. If you have another game of being the only non-anchor weapon on your team while the enemies have 2 fighting weapons, you're gonna riot. Let me play machine! Oh my gosh. Oh. Mika, do you need some help? Do you need some help?
I can help! Let me play machine, you! Yeah, let the man play his machine! An hour later, we all got to Ferris's condo. We all talked about it a lot and decided the best thing to do might be to have her stay at your condo for a few days. Chat? Wait, what about chat? You'll never believe what happened! Okay, what happened? I must know what happened. We all talked about it a lot and decided the best thing to do might be to have her stay at your condo for a few days. I don't know how to say this, but... Maho seemed hesitant, but Ferris crossed her arms and nodded, satisfied. You made the right choice. This condo is protected by the best security systems money can buy. And Kuroki's here too. Kuroki? The butler you just met at the door. He's a real butler! Yeah, but what does that matter? Kuroki is the ultimate butler. But this isn't Danganronpa! Oh no, the riot begins now. Gosh dang it! Sounds like you need some help, Pika. I'd love to join you for some spooning. Although I should probably go do something first if that is the case. Huh? I'll pass on explaining any more than that. Honestly, I don't know the details myself. I don't think it was a good idea to ask him either. He's just an amazing guy, that's all. Unfortunately, X is not. Oh, I see. You're doing X battle. I see. That makes sense. Oh, never mind then. It's not a problem for Ferris at all. You can use the guest room in the back. You can stay for more than a few days, Mahanyan. Just stay here as long as you're in Japan. Mahanyan? What is it, Kiryu? Interview. I need to interview Dr. Hyojo. Oh, that's right. We're supposed to do that today. We can reschedule and meet at a coffee shop somewhere. I've got it! Do it at me, Queen. Moenyan can stay here too! Or that works too. That room's plenty big enough for two people. And you'd feel better with another girl around, right, Mahanyan? Maybe, but... How about it, Moenyan? Moenyan? Wait, Ferris, that's... I was about to say that it was dangerous. Boika Kiryu could be around her. At least I still didn't trust her. But... I think it's a good idea. Kiryu does some dirty work herself, and she says she knows self-defense, right? Yes, I guess. She's a lot stronger than me and Rokurin. But... Well, Moenyan? I don't mind. Then it's settled! Would it be a bother having the two of us? Don't worry about a thing. Ferris is an only child, so it'll be like having a big sister and a little sister. Aren't they both older than you? What? I'm an adult! In the end, my opposition to it was completely ignored. The next day was the last day of New Year's break.
I came to Akihabara for the 3rd day in a row. I wanted to visit Ferris's condo and check up on Maho. You think Oppo was what? Oh, really? Hold on. Oh, wow, that is kind of whack. Yeah, that is kind of whack. But, though, I suppose Flounder Zones is probably one of the most normal modes that it has. Alright, anyway. No, that's not right. X is a lot more playable, but Mincemeat has everyone playing an anchor, even with Humpback as the other stage. Oh yeah, Tower, Mincemeat, Humpback. That's a bit less whack, yeah, but only just. I mean, Humpback Tower is still not great, but not bad either. That's not right. I'm here to check up on Moeka Kiryu. Maho and Moeka had ended up staying together yesterday, without anyone really thinking about it. Moeka would get to interview Maho, and Maho would feel better having someone around. So this was probably the best option. But I knew something about Moeka that no one else did. Moeka Kiryu was a rounder. She didn't know self-defense. She knew how to kill someone if she needed to. But who would she try to kill? In this world line, I wasn't looking for the IBN 5100 or making a time machine. The rounders were probably ignoring us. I know that in my head, but even on the last day of vacation, Akihabara was as lively as ever. Hours were shorter than usual, but everywhere from the appliance stores to the maid cafes were still open. In fact, there were lucky bags and special New Year's sales that you could only get today, and some customers had come for those. The sidewalks were filled with girls in dazzling kimonos who'd come from the nearby shrine, as well as the usual Akihabara okataku. The place was even more chaotic than usual. Come to think of it, Make should still be open too. Ferris and Mairi both said that they were working there today. And it's just those two at the condo, huh? Kuraki should be there too, I guess. That's okay, right? It was hard to imagine Moeka doing anything to Maho, like, for example, attacking her. Moeka had no reason to do that. But even if I knew that in my head, it didn't make controlling my emotions any easier. It had bugged me enough last night that I'd barely been able to sleep. If I saw the two of them living together without any kind of problem, maybe I'd feel better. I hurried to Ferris's condo. Welcome, Master Okabe. Kuroki, the butler, welcomed me. He was the ultimate butler, who'd taken care of Ferris after her parents died and left her all alone. He still helped her in her work and was one of the few people that she trusted completely. I'm sorry, sir. The mistress is out at the moment. Oh, yeah, I know. I came to see Hyojo. The two of them are in the guest room. Please come in. Thank you. Let me know if you need anything, sir. Kuroki spun around 180 degrees with the same trained and effortless movement as always, then went to take the shortest path back to his room. Oh dear. He must have tripped because he staggered slightly and stopped. My apologies, sir. Are you alright? Perhaps I'm tired. How embarrassing. Oh no. I'll be fine once I get a little rest. Excuse me. His expression didn't change, but the tone of Kuroki's voice was slightly embarrassed as he headed for his room. That's rare. He's usually so robotic. Can't believe I just saw him stagger in front of a guest. Said he was tired. Has something been stressing him out? No, for now I needed to worry about Maho. Hyojo, you here? Okabe, come in. What the hell? I was stunned as I came into the room. It was definitely the same guest room I'd been in several times before. Probably. But everything about it had changed. First, the bed was gone, and it had been replaced by a big desk and a low Japanese table. Maho was sitting at the desk, glaring at a 16-inch laptop as she sipped coffee from a mug. There was a small laptop on the low table, and Mooka was kneeling directly on the carpet in front of it, legs splayed, tapping away at the keyboard. Kneeling behind them was a steel bookshelf, and I could see English language journals and fashion magazines sticking out of it. Until yesterday, this had been a guest room. In less than a day, it had been transformed into Maho and Mooka's workspace. I'm almost done. Can you sit over there? Maho put down the coffee cup without looking away from the screen, which is filled with complicated and constantly changing 3D graphs. Mooka tapped the keys silently without even bothering to look at me. What the hell is going on here? World light change again? I quickly covered my mouth with my hand, but the two of them were so engrossed in their work they didn't respond at all. And there we go. Once she hit a stopping point, Maho spun around in her chair to face me. Hello, Okabe. She didn't seem to think anything was out of the ordinary. Did you come to see how I was doing? That's nice of you. Yeah. Sorry to have you come all this way, but I have to do Mooka's interview right now. That's fine, but can you explain how this room got wrecked? Wrecked? I think it's quite a nice environment. It wasn't this much of a mess yesterday. Maho seemed confused for a moment, but finally seemed to understand what I was saying. It's dangerous to go walking around, so I have to do my research here, right? So I reorganized things to make it easier to work. Reorganized? This went far beyond what I'd call reorganization. Neither Daru nor I were very good at cleaning, but we weren't this bad. Did you get all this together yourself? That's right. Kiryu said she'd write the article here, so we came up with a list of all the furniture and materials we need. Right? Where did you get a desk and bookshelf on such short notice? I can write articles anywhere, but I'm a bodyguard, so I need to stay by Dr. Hyojo's side. You're so far behind the times, Okabe. You can get most anything off the net in a day these days. I asked Dr. Hyojo what she wanted and ordered it off the net. Oh, sure. Sure of what? No, nothing. I thought the world line had changed and I hadn't realized it. But evidently I'd been worried over nothing. Did you put the desk and bookshelf together on your own? Yes, the butler. He's really amazing. Oh, so that's why he was tired. That explained a lot, but just hearing all this had exhausted me. I found a place to sit down and... Oops. I caught my foot on something. I looked down to see a thick book. Its pages open. What's this? We'll leave that there, because I'm going to read it later. Make sure you don't turn any pages. Later? About 19 hours from now is a rough estimate. Got a bookshelf. Why not put it away if you're not reading it? I'm going to start reading it again soon, so it makes no logical sense to put it back on the shelf each time. That's not a very scientific approach. Is that how it works? I looked at the floor and saw 4 other open books. That wasn't all. The carpet was strewn with papers, used cups of instant ramen, bath towels, handkerchiefs, and other things. Their old clothes were lying out too. I saw a skirt, a t-shirt, a blouse, socks, tights, and other items of clothing. It was a lot like when I'd visited Moeka's house in the other world line before all this. Evidently, neither Moeka nor Maho were the type to worry about keeping things clean. There was enough space around the low table to move, but there was enough junk around where Moeka was sitting that it would be impossible to sit next to her. Can I move anything that's not a book or paper? Go ahead. Okay. Since they'd given their permission, I leaned over to pick up a pink towel. It wasn't a towel. It was a pink bra. My brain utterly failed to process this new development, and I froze my hand, still holding it high in the air. Moeka was looking up at me blankly. No, this... well... Okabe, that's mine. You can't just go touching a girl's underwear! I couldn't help it! I screamed and threw the bra away. Moeka glanced downwards. Her cheeks were slightly flushed. Her hands quickly moved to cover her chest. I didn't mean anything by it! What? No, I'm not a virgin! You always come in at the worst. Yes, you do, Thunder. What the heck? Oh my gosh. I'll give you another shout out, Thunder. How you doing? I forgot to give you one earlier. And I realized you weren't here. But I gave you that other one. But how you doing? Yes, you are so right, Thunder. You do always come in at the worst time. I tried as best as I could to get it out of my mind, then found a space in the corner that was still relatively clean and sat down. Drinks are self-service. Fridge is over there. There was a round, pink fridge in the corner with plastic cups on top. You bought a fridge, too? It's so convenient having a fridge at work. You don't have to leave to go get drinks, so the only time you have to leave the room is to go to the bathroom. Hang in there. Trying to get scheduling settled for the week. Have I been well? I have been well. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that you are still hanging in there. Because I know you've been, I know you've been like really busy and stressed lately. So whatever respite you can get, I hope you manage to find. But yes, I have been well. I have been well. Just enjoying some Steins Gate before we have our Splatoon match tonight. But I might be ending stream a little bit earlier today so I can go get something to eat before then. Because it starts at 7, I believe? I'm gonna see if I can... I'll try to maybe squeeze in another half hour. We had 2 ER trips this week involving family, so super stressed. Yep, that's rough. Good luck with your match. Thank you, Thunder. We'll need it! Based on how badly I've been doing the last couple of days. I guess this is what happens when you get two people together who lack basic survival skills. That's just your subjective opinion. I prefer to think of it as a space maximized for creative output. You know what? I'm kind of with Maho on this. It's organized chaos. Like, you should see my desk. Well, my room in general, or like my office in general. You should see my office in general. Is it in desperate need of cleaning? Yes. But do I know where everything is? Yes, I do. It looked like I've been worried over nothing after all. Same. Always. Yes. Oh, you too, Thunder? If nothing else, Mocha didn't seem to feel any animosity towards Maho. And Maho seemed to be enjoying the company. Your room was organized chaos. Or it was. Then the great 2024 hit. Oh, yes. Yep. That happened. Yeah. I bet it became unorganized chaos after that. Yeah, rough life events can do that. Like we all live like precariously on the edge of a knife sometimes. You need to clean. Very. Yeah. Oh. Honestly, I need to clean my house in general. I've been meaning to, like, clean the house so I can invite people over for, like, a game night or something, and I haven't done that because I guess I just get distracted and stuff. What's wrong with me? Anyway, the thought of the two of them picking out furniture together honestly seemed kind of cute. I was glad I came to check on things. I'd be able to sleep just fine tonight. Oh, and thank you for the stretch and the hydrate, Thunder. I definitely need to hydrate a little bit. My throat's getting a little sore. Alright. And now for a stretch. Oh yeah. Oh, and Kiki's stretching too. Hey, Kiki. I think she was in the box before. She just jumped out of the box. Anyway. With my task completed, I could have just left, but I decided to stay and watch the two of them a while longer. Alright, Kiryu. Ready to start the interview? Okay. Mocha closed the laptop and moved it to the side, then started to go through her bag. So, what exactly are you doing here? An interview. An interview? We were supposed to do it in the hotel yesterday, actually. I'm working on a special article for a business magazine at Arc Rewrite. The special is on the front lines of artificial intelligence research. I'm supposed to write about Dr. Hyojo, what she's done and what she's working on now. I can find all that from the net, but that doesn't make for a good article, you know? So I thought maybe I could start with a long interview with Dr. Hyojo. I didn't expect you to be so serious about your job. I like to write. In the Alpha World line, Mocha's job was just a cover to hide her workers around her. And even then, she'd been fired for incompetence, as I recalled. But in this world line, she seemed to be a hard worker. Was she actually working us around her? She's done so much for me, so the least I can do is help her with her work, I think. It would be good for me if more people learned about artificial intelligence, too. You ready, Kiryu? Yeah. Mocha nodded and the interview began. Or... it didn't, actually. Well, this is a problem. I knew Kiryu wasn't the talkative type, but I didn't think it was this bad. I'm sorry. Even I could tell that Mocha was doing a horrible job. It wasn't even an interview. Instead of asking questions, Mocha just sat there with a memo pad and ball pen in her hands, completely unmoving. She looked like she was about to cry. Maho and I tried our best to help move things along, but it didn't work. What should we do? Try again another day? My deadline is... The schedule's really tight. I see. Then we should finish it today. But I don't think we can turn you into an extrovert right away. I'm sorry. Mocha apologized in a soft, thin voice. She still looked like she could cry in frustration at any moment. Oh no! Don't get the wrong idea, I'm not blaming you. That was just the prep work. I'm listing the conditions we need to examine in order to solve the problem. The problem? Yes. We want to complete the interview. That's the problem. And so if Kiryu can't do it, we need someone else to do the job. Someone fairly well informed about information science, too. And also someone who can help right now. Oh. The two of them looked at me at the same time. Do you mean me? I guess that wasn't a very hard problem. Think you can do it, Okabe? No, I don't know about this. You're perfect! It's very similar to your major, so you can ask solid questions. You got enough latent talent for Dr. Leskinen to fall in love at first sight, after all. Don't flatter me. I'm just your typical Japanese university student. I'm joking, but I don't think you're perfect for the job. No, but... That's for me too! I can pay a little! Yoroshiku. An interview, huh? If that would give me an opportunity to observe how they lived and also get me some pay, it wasn't a bad idea. I've been spending enough time at the lab over the holidays that it had been cutting into my work hours. And lately I started to dream about going to Victor Kandra University too. The chance to talk to Maho Hyojo, a very talented AI engineer, was invaluable. A lot of people probably would have paid money for it. I'll do it. I'm interested in your work too. If you want my help, I'll be glad to. Thanks! That really is a big help. Thank you. Alright, let's start. Kiryu, how are we going to get this down? I'll record it. Mocha took out a voice recorder and put it on the desk. I can take the lead, right? Yes. Talk freely. I'll edit it later. What should I ask? Just so we're clear, I don't know much more about AI than your average Japanese person. I can't just talk about whatever occurs to me, but... Why don't we make it a discussion format? That would be more interesting, I'm sure. The second you said those words, my mind filled with memories of the past. Sure. Discussion format would make things more interesting. Better question. What about her work interests you? You know what? That is a good thing to lead with. Okabe, what's wrong? Let's follow that line, you dingus! Yeah! You okay? Huh? Both Maho and Moeka were staring at me, confused. Well, Moeka seems to be staring at the camera. Blankly. If you don't want to do it that way. No, it's just fine. Sorry, I just remember when Kurisu said the same thing as you. Kurisu did? When? When she came to Japan, she gave a speech at the ATF on the time machine. No, she didn't. That happened in another world line. In this world line, Kurisu died before she ever gave that lecture on the time machine, or came to the lab. No, I must have been mistaken. Sorry for getting things off track. Don't worry about me. Yeah? I guess that's okay. So, where do we begin? Let me see. Research in artificial intelligence began almost at the same time computers were born. The core of the AI we're creating is based off of what's called neural network technology. This technology was first proposed in the 1950s. ENIAC, the world's first von Neumann architecture-based computer, was announced to the world in 1946, so basically the same time, right? Okay, ENIAC, the Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. The very first computer built in 1947 in America. It was used to calculate artillery tables, and the mathematician John von Neumann participated in its development. It used over 17,000 vacuum tubes, and was over 1,000 times faster than existing electronic calculators. However, vacuum tubes at the time were very poorly made, and several would break and have to be replaced each day. ENIAC is often called the world's first general-purpose electronic computer, but others, such as the Atanasov Berry computer, existed before it did. Thus, it is more precisely described as the first computer that became widely known. Comes in breathing heart. Sorry, you and 4 family members are moving 4 different cars around the yard with you being the strong. Okay, fair enough. So what you're saying is that you moved the cars. Okay, now von Neumann architecture. A type of computer architecture first proposed in 1946 by mathematician John von Neumann. Almost all modern computers use von Neumann architecture. Early computers made no distinction between what we would now call an operating system and a program, and were composed entirely of physical wiring, greatly limiting their potential. Von Neumann's system was one where not only data, but a program itself could be loaded into hardware memory as needed from an external source and executed. No, you helped. I mean, I was kind of kidding, but yeah. Anyway. At the time, computers were basically magic. Once the program was done, it would automatically solve any problem for you, no matter how complicated. Well, that's still true today. So scientists at the time decided that if they wrote a program that was even more amazing, it could solve even more problems. They felt that the ultimate evolution of the computer would be one that could think and learn like a human. But unfortunately, they were unsuccessful. Even now, in the 21st century, we've been unsuccessful in creating an AI with general-purpose intelligence like a human. Of course, it's not like we've been sitting on our butts and doing nothing. It's the exact opposite. We failed to create the ultimate artificial intelligence, but we've succeeded in bringing all kinds of benefits to the field of information science. For example, OCR technology, which scans an image and reads the letters on it, is similar to the methods that humans use to recognize letters. Optical character recognition technology, the technology that allows a computer to read and recognize letters written on paper. While humans can easily read text composed of letters, it is extremely difficult for a machine to do so. At first, it was a problem in pattern recognition, which is a field of AI research. But OCR technology has advanced to the point that it's used in many commercial services. Yeah, we can even use it today, on our phones! I've heard some rumors that before long, smartphones are going to have voice recognition built into them too. Yep, before long, it's happened. The future is now in 2026, Maho. That's right, 10 years before, Suzuha goes back in time. To, 2010. Well, first it was like in the 70s, then it was like 1998. And then it was 2010, anyway. That was also a field of study in AI research. But even 60 years after the field got its start, no one succeeded in creating artificial intelligence that has the comprehensive capabilities of a human. Except for Amadeus, of course. Why did no one succeed? I suppose the simplest way to say it would be that we don't know how the brain works. Maho tapped her temple with her index finger. There's still a lot about the brain we don't know. How can a biocomputer made of just 10 billion neurons possess such power? How is it capable of recording and instantly accessing such a huge volume of information? Why is it capable of things like insight, where two seemingly unconnected events are put together? I could come up with all kinds of examples. There are a lot of problems that humans can solve easily, but that computers can't solve at all. There are. Plenty. You could say that our job is going through each one and solving it in turn. I think I'm having a little trouble seeing what you're getting at. Can you give me a concrete example? Maybe I'll tell you about the frame problem. Let's say Kiryu was a robot. Mocha had been taking notes, but she suddenly jerked up when her name was said. I'm a robot? More accurately, the AI loaded into a robot. Kiryu, I'd like to use that table. Can you move the voice recorder a little? Mocha moved the voice recorder from the table to the floor. Maho started to rummage through her bag as she did so. I'm sure it's in here. Oh, here you go. She took out a small white box, small enough to fit inside her tiny hands. She opened it and extracted the contents. It was an Upa, the same thing Mayuri collected. And it's a metal one! Maho handed it to me, so I took it and touched it. It had the texture of an eraser. Mayuri gave this to me yesterday. Cute, huh? Oh, so it's not metal. Was it really? I never quite understood what girls, particularly Mayuri, would find cute. I returned the Upa to her. She put it back in the box, closed the lid, and put the box in the center of the table. I'm gonna do a simple experiment right now. Okabe, order Kiryu to take the Upa out of the box. Order her? That's right. She's an AI, so just send her a program so that she'll perform the right movements. Right movements. It should be as simple and as specific as possible. For example, there are a lot of boxes in this room. But you need to tell her to open the one on the table, and not any of the others. You only get to send words. No pointing and saying, this box. Kiryu, do exactly what Okabe orders you to do. Do only what he says, as faithfully as possible. Got it? Okay. Let's start the experiment. Okabe, go ahead and give your orders. I didn't quite get the point of all this, but I decided to just say the first thing that came into my mind. Open the pure white box on the table, and take out the contents. Kiryu, that's your order. Open the pure white box on the table, and take out the contents. Do as you were told, as faithfully as possible. Moeka's gaze moved from me to the box on the table. I can't. Huh? You just have to open the box, right? I pointed to the box in the center of the table, uncertain as to what was going on. Moeka just looked back at me, clearly upset. Maho nodded, satisfied. She can't help it. Look. Maho picked the box up and showed me the other side. What is this? Der Alto Verfiltnicht. A phrase found in a letter written by theoretical physicist Albert Einstein to his good friend theoretical physicist Max Born in December of 1926. In English, it translates to, God does not play dice. Einstein made great contributions to early quantum theory, but he was skeptical of the field's central idea, that quanta behave in a probabilistic manner. This phrase was intended to express his disagreement with this idea. God does not play dice. Something Einstein said. Kiryu couldn't open the box because of this, right? That's right. Is it? Why? Because it's not pure white. There's stuff on it. What about those words means you couldn't follow the instructions? Because it's not pure white! Yeah, it wasn't pure white. Kiryu, you're exactly correct. Okabe's orders were to open the pure white box and take out the contents, right? But this box isn't pure white. It's got something written on it. That's why she wasn't able to open it. Computers aren't like humans. They're only capable of doing exactly what they're told. So you need to be extremely careful with how you order them. Maho put the box back on the table. I couldn't see the letters from where I was. Also, she is right, by the way. You have to be very specific with the, with the computer to get it to do what you want it to do. That's something that you have to keep in mind basically all the time when you're programming. Because yes, it will do exactly as you tell it to. Faithfully. I mean, sometimes you'll get undefined behavior that you didn't really expect, but technically that's still doing something exactly as the computer was programmed to do, even if it doesn't make sense to you. Like why it would behave in a way that you don't expect. Usually that just means that there is a mistake in your code. So yeah, like vast majority of the time that's where bugs come from. Is that you just make a mistake when writing code. And then therefore the computer does something that you don't expect. Shall we try it again? Okabe, try to come up with some appropriate orders based off what you just learned. I see. In other words, the problem is that I said pure white when I shouldn't have, right? That's right. So I should try making it simpler. Open the box on the table and take out the contents. Kiryu, do what Okabe ordered you to. Exactly what he said, nothing more, nothing less. Moeka turned her gaze once again from me to the box on the table. I can't do it. Now what's the problem? Moeka's brow wrinkled a little. She pointed at the box on the table. This isn't a box. Maho burst out laughing, as if she couldn't contain herself any longer. Her smile seemed more childlike than ever. Kiryu, you're a wonderful test subject. I didn't think it would go this well. I had no idea what was going on. What do you mean? Yeah, you don't brag about your strength because you forget how strong you actually are. Understandable.
Ha! Kore wa hako de wanai. So... Okay, so basically there's writing on the box that says, "This isn't a box." Maho turned the box around and explained the trick to me. This is not a box. You wrote something on it? These words meant that Kiryu couldn't tell for sure if it was a box or not, so she couldn't open it, right? That's right. No, no, no. It doesn't matter what it says. A box is a box, right? An AI doesn't know that. You need to tell it exactly what a box is. For this experiment, we assumed that Robo-Kiryu had a basic idea of what a box was. But as you've just seen, adjust the information they receive even a little, and an AI won't do what you want it to. Also, there's only this one box on the table. But if there were a square stone that looked just like a box, you'd need an order to differentiate the two. If the stone was on top of the box, you'd first need to give it an order to move it too. So you need to remove each possibility one by one. You'd never be done, huh? Yep, never. You don't know what conditions can affect the AI's judgment, so you need to include every possibility you can think of. Kiryu, what did you have for breakfast today? For breakfast today? What was this about? A jam bun. Did you have any choices besides jam buns for breakfast? A meat bun. If you'd chosen the meat bun, your actions might have changed. You need to take that into account too. Also, there's the weather as well. It's clear out today, but if it was raining, you might have to take that into account. You pushed at one point and had to chase the car, and it was a neutral. Oh my goodness! Was it on an incline at all? There's also the temperature and humidity of the room. The car on the table is important as well. Also, you need to measure its height from the floor and know what type of material it's made out of. That curtain's open, but what if it was closed? You'd also need to test the cases where it was half opened and 75% opened individually as well. The cleanliness of the curtain might play a factor too. When's the last time it was cleaned? You also need to consider how much you paid and the cleaner's attitude as parameters. You're thinking, oh no, I pushed too hard! Hopefully it didn't crash into anything. You did manage to catch it, right? And... Stop! I had to stop her before she went any further. There's no way this morning's breakfast can influence whether or not she picks up a box off the table. Let alone how clean the curtain is. So couldn't you just take them off the list? Mao's eyes began to shine. That's it! That's exactly right! You're exactly right, Okabe. Breakfast and the weather have nothing to do with opening a box. Then... But, how did you know that? Huh? Well, I mean, normally... And then finally, I understood the point of this experiment. Maho nodded, satisfied. That's right. An AI doesn't know what normal is. I see. That's the frame problem. An AI needs to consider an endless number of attached conditions to know how to execute an order. The vast majority of those conditions can probably be ignored, but the AI doesn't know which to ignore. Everyone else had to chase it too? Oh boy, that sounds kind of funny actually, but also kind of scary. Which means it has to consider everything. But everything is an infinite set, isn't it? If it has to examine an infinite number of conditions, it will never be able to pick up that box.
A human knows without having to think that breakfast and table's colors have nothing to do with opening a box. But an AI doesn't. A human can easily frame which conditions need to be accounted for, but an AI can't. So that's the frame problem. I see. Interesting. Isn't it? But why are humans able to create a frame? We have no idea. It's been one of the mysteries of the AI field for 60 years. One of the goals of the Amadeus project is solving the frame problem. When you look at Kurisu, it may feel like she solved it. But we don't know how. In fact, neither does she. You don't know? Didn't you make Amadeus? I can give you a dozen hypotheses if you want them, but we've got no mathematical proof. And anyway, what I made was the mechanism for extracting and digitizing human memories, and then an AI that executed them like a human brain. It's a total simulation of the brain, but that doesn't mean we know how everything works. We know that if you create an object with the same mass as the Earth, it will have gravity equal to 1g. But that doesn't mean we know how gravity works. Is that easier to understand? Not a lot easier, but I see what you're getting at. You've created an AI that works like a human, but how it works like a human, you don't know. That's right. But that's still a huge advance in AI research. Research to simulate the functions of a neuron has been going on for a long time. But we never found a way to create data that could function effectively. That data is a complicated, intertwined web of everything that humans need, categorized and stored in their brains over decades. In other words, memories. Exactly. The structure of memories has been a mystery for a long time. But thanks to Kurisu's research, we were able to extract an entire set of memories and digitize them. We still don't know how the data itself is stored, but we know how to use it now. And that's Amadeus. Yes, that's right. This happens a lot in AI research. But someday, I'm going to find out what human intelligence really is. And then, Kurisu. Oh, finally. Aho suddenly fell silent in the middle of her sentence. What's wrong? Nothing. Is there anything else you want to know? It doesn't have to be about the frame problem. There was a lot I wanted to ask, but it felt like we had more than enough time. But it felt like we had more than enough for Moeka's article. I looked at Moeka, who hesitated a second before speaking. What is it, Kiryu? Is it possible for artificial intelligence to surpass human capabilities? That's an interesting question. In terms of knowledge, Amadeus probably surpasses anyone in this room. She has Kurisu's memories, after all. And there is no matching the knowledge of a genius. I'd gone up against Kurisu any number of times and learned that the hard way. But that's just comparing her to us. The memories for Kurisu come from Kurisu herself. In other words, they're human memories. We'd probably need to think about whether this can truly be considered surpassing a human's capabilities. But it won't be long before we've got an AI that does more than a human can, I think. Scientists have been saying for a while that by 2050, AIs will surpass humanity. They call it the singularity point, you see. A theory proposed by mathematician Werner Vinge and inventor Ray Kurzweil. The phrase refers to a point in time where an AI is created whose intelligence exceeds our own. In Japanese, it is referred to as the technological singularity. The theory states that when the singularity point is reached, all further development will be done by AIs, without any human intervention, and a non-human-centric civilization will begin to develop. This will mark a major paradigm shift in human history. Kurzweil has said that the singularity will occur sometime around 2045, and many other AI researchers, while they disagree on the exact dates, say that it's going to happen as well. Opinions are divided as to what role humanity will play after this. Amadeus' arrival should bring that day much, much closer than we anticipated. Thank you. You're welcome. Machine that's better than a human, huh? Seems like something out of a movie. Is that possible? It's hard to believe I'm hearing that from an engineering student. You can't fly like an airplane, can you? And you can't run faster than a bullet train or do math as fast as a cheap calculator. Even right now, the abilities of a machine far exceed those of a human. Nobody can say that the brain will be the only exception. There's no miraculous mechanism in this world that science can't explain. It's all physical phenomena, you see. Once you know the underlying principles, you can recreate it artificially. My job is to solve the riddles we don't have answers for and make a true AI. How does that work for an interview, Kiryu? But Moeka just stared at her memo pad and didn't look up. Kiryu? Yes, this is plenty. I'm sure it will be an interesting article. Thank you too, Okabe. Yeah, it was really interesting. I wanted to talk a little more, but both Maho and Moeka seemed to have work to do, so I decided to leave. It's all physical phenomena, huh? Maho thought exactly the way most AI researchers did, that there were no black boxes in the human brain. But I knew the truth. There were things inside the brain that science couldn't explain. Just what the hell is reading Steiner anyway? Was it ever going to be scientifically explained? That's a good question. Well, we did it. Yeah, that was an interesting interview. That is the kind of thing that you love to see in Steins Gate, because, you know, Steins Gate 1 had that too, with, like, theory of, like, you know, time travel and stuff. In the Alpha World line. Now we get something kind of like that with AI in the Beta World line. It's really cool. I love when they go into, like, sciencey topic like this. It's really interesting. But anyway, that said, I think we're gonna stop here. I do realize this is kind of a shorter stream than normally, even though this is still 3.5 hours long. So I guess it's not that short, but I do want to go out and try to get some food real quick before our match starts. Oh, check Dapple when I get a sec. Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. It's this is awesome as always. I love Steins. I still love this game. I'm sad that I haven't gotten to play it as much lately as I've been before, but hopefully I can still make this more of a pattern on Sundays, depending, you know. And for those who missed the end of the route that we were on right as the video started, Pika, the VOD will be up and you'll be able to catch up that way. Alright, but yeah, anyway, so I will see y'all later. I don't know if I will actually stream our perspective tonight, maybe. We'll have to see. But if we do, you'll get another stream later. But if not, we'll talk to y'all
next time. Which I believe would be Thursday. I don't think we're doing Pokemon Legends ZA on Wednesday because Pokemon Day is coming up, and I think we want to do something for that. But we'll see. We'll see. We're still in the talks about what's gonna happen. But until then, everyone, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.